Welcome back to Amazing Model Cars. I hope you all are having a terrific day. I know I am, because today I am going to be reviewing this 1/18th Bugatti Veyron Super Sport made by Autoart. So before we actually move on to the car, I'd just like to mention some of the things it came with, which are the Certificate of Authenticity, which is super cool. I love this. It came with my Aventador too. I have number 1314. I'm an idiot. Never mind. Okay, and then we have this cool booklet that just has a bunch of information about the car and all kinds of pictures, and it tells you how they made the model. Tells you about all the little features on there. So those things are both super duper cool. So with that out of the way, we can move on to the Bugatti itself. So when you look at the front, the first thing you'll probably notice are these headlights. The headlights are done perfectly with the big LED and then the smaller little kind of slashes right there, just as beautifully on the other side. And then you have these intakes right here. There's actually another intake right down there that is all perforated. You have the horseshoe grille, a trademark of Bugatti. It's been on all their cars since the very early 1900s when the company was founded. And then you have the Bugatti logo, which is made of very nice quality, pristine. The only problem is on my model it is actually a bit crooked. I don't know if you can see that, but I just noticed that right now it's kind of crooked. So that's kind of annoying, but it is still beautiful. So when you move on to the side, you'll see these orange wheels that match the side skirts of the car. It says EB right there, and the wheels are of beautiful quality. It says Bugatti on the caliper, and of course the discs do move through the calipers like they should. Another thing you'll notice on all sides of this car is it has a ton of carbon fiber, and that is like the main color scheme of the Bugatti Veyron Super Sport. Now, fun fact, in real life, to get all the carbon fiber, so for Bugatti to not paint the car is a $350,000 option that saves them time. But that is expensive cars for you. Then you will see a filler cap right next to the driver's door. That again has the little Autoart Bugatti logo. You move down, you'll see the door handle, which is done beautifully. And there is another filler cap on the other side. The other side is literally identical to this one. And then the rear wheel is also done beautifully. Side skirts, pristine, very nice feel to them. This is a very heavy model car. And you can see in there, that is where the front intakes come out of. They go into the car and they come out there. So yeah, that's a pretty cool little area. I love this model car. When you move on to the back, the first thing you'll see are the taillights. And if you are a Bugatti fan, Bugatti taillights are very easily recognizable. They have the big red circle with the reverse light, the white reverse light inside them. I love the taillights on the Bugatti Veyron, so I love them on the model just as much. More intakes right there. And it says Super Sport on the license plate. Chrome tipped exhaust. Diffuser that you can very easily see through. More carbon fiber down there. Just like on the real car, the tires are very, very wide. Then while we're on the bottom, there's this little button right there. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of sticking down right there. And what happens when you push that is pretty amazing. The rear spoiler comes up in full force with everything. Then if you tilt it forward, you get the air brake. More orange underneath the spoiler. It is a beautiful mechanism. Autoart just does such a good job with all of their spoilers. It's so easy to push back down into the model. So yeah, I love the spoiler on this car. We're now back to the front to look at the trunk of this car. It's quite easy to open. You just kind of get your finger right there. And it opens with the hydraulics right here. The trunk is felt as it should be on a model that is this kind of caliper. And another thing that I find interesting is Autoart really doesn't mess around. They have more carbon fiber under the trunk, like the bonnet right there. You can see it's crazy. The detail on this model is pristine, just like this perfect 45-degree bend in the middle of the car in the carbon fiber. With the real car, if that is not correct, Bugatti will take the car back and have the entire car rebuilt, because that is how perfect Bugatti is. Now, if by any chance those of you watching this own a Bugatti Veyron Supersport, you'll probably know that there is no actual way to access the engine, and when you need work, you have to send your car back to Bugatti. Also, if you do have a Bugatti Veyron Supersport, please leave it in the comments below, because I would like to know who you are to just come and see the car, because that's amazing. But Autoart has found a terrific way to allow you to see the engine. You can see a bit of it right there, and then you of course can see through the intakes to the air filters, more perforated intakes up there. But if you just kind of put your finger right there, this entire back piece just lifts off, allowing you to see the entire engine, air filters, the engine moves around, the giant W16, a bunch of filler caps. If you put the rear wing up, you can see the radiator, or one of many little kind of metal grates right there. The second part of the wing moves also. Yeah, the engine detail on this model is unparalleled to any other model car. Of course, you can see through the little window into the cabin right there. There's some little dials in there, but the engine is just so detailed. And this entire part that comes off is it is held on by magnets right there. Those are all magnets. So when you put it on, it's super easy to take on and off. And if you flip the car upside down, it doesn't come off, which is terrific. Not that I would be flipping this car upside down, but it's just nice to know that it's not gonna just fall off on you. So to open the door on the Bugatti is much easier than the Lamborghinis, because it actually has a door handle. So you pull the door handle and then you pull the door out, and when you get to the interior, it is very detailed. The steering wheel has the perfect little EB on it. The line that is at the top, the gauge cluster is beautiful. It says Super Sport on the backs of the seats and in the middle on the dashboard. Floors, of course, are carpeted. You have the little metal seat adjuster down there and the door latch. Again, Autoart kept the orange going like under the door to make the car as detailed as possible. So now that we are coming to the end of this review, and I have showed you all of the little cool features of this Bugatti Veyron Supersport made by Autoart, I'm going to have to give it a rating. So, with everything included, and also if you've seen the unboxing, you'll know that it is packaged very well. It is not going to get damaged at all. 4 very complicated to get out screws inside styrofoam. It is perfectly safe. So if you just take into account the car, I really can't think of any reason to not give it a 100%. It is perfect in every single way. Nothing could possibly be better about it, except when you come to the price. I paid $220 for this car, but the lowest you can find the car now is $250 to $260, and they're just climbing. And I've realized a lot that anything Bugatti just climbs so rapidly, and it is a very expensive model, so I'd have to dock it to about a 90% once you add in the price, because it's very expensive. But apart from that, it is perfect. So I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope you are having a terrific day. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next week on Amazing Model Cars. Goodbye, everyone.